Evening, everyone. It's 5:55 on Monday afternoon, second to last day of the month. Um, Tomorrow is it, and you know, off we go. Okay, this is video 1679 for Monday afternoon, and I'm just curious, why is the Secretary of the Treasury making a surprise visit to the Ukraine? I have no clue. I cannot imagine that there is any message of importance that she can make there. I mean, the president was there last week, bunch of Congress people, senators, all there last week. What could she possibly have to say? Okay, that's a given. Kathy Wood today on CNBC. I listened to her because I find her interesting and I like the way that she um, expresses the results of her research. And I have to tell you, I agree with her on a whole lot of things. But here's what I don't agree with, and that is that stocks that ran so hard and then came down so hard will not probably get back to those higher levels. This is something that we see all the time. Something gets hot and it runs hard. Now, to give you an example, Zoom, not Zoom Info, but Zoom, ZM, had earnings today, and they were good. And the stock is currently trading 79.35 up 542, or just over 7.33%. It never should have been 588. And my guess is it's not getting back there. Money cost nothing at that point. The pandemic gave it a dramatic advantage. But that's not the real issue. The real issue is how far ahead of itself it got. And there are several other industries that I'll point out that I have pointed out in the past. 3D printing. You know, I really liked Triple D, DDD, 3D Systems Corp. But, you know, should it have been $100? Down here at $9 and change, I'm going to have to say no. Even though they're doing great work, earning money, and, it just can't do it. Let's go to another one. Cybersecurity. Those stocks ran like there was no tomorrow. Has it been any worse for cybersecurity than it is today? I mean, you know, Palo Alto Networks, that's one. And frankly, it's done really well. Closed 188 today. Its all-time high was in the neighborhood of 210, 220. So it's pretty far up there, but there were plenty of cybersecurity stocks that ran like there was no tomorrow. And, here we are in the worst possible cybersecurity situation, and most of those stocks are gone or down still 60% from their highs. And that's the problem that I see for ARC. She deals in advanced, um, kind of a hard word for me to come up with, but she's involved with such tremendous high tech companies that all had the run when nobody really understood what they were about. And I think that it's going to be a long way for her to get anywhere near back to where she was, because those situations just don't exist. Okay, so I told you Zoom beat, and the stock is, up nicely. Workday was not really a beat, not really a miss. It was pretty much in line, although I think revenues were slightly light. It closed 184.97, up 184. On the news, it immediately traded up to 191 and a half, which would have been up about $7, and came all the way back down to 177 and a quarter. Last is 182.80. That is showing as a net change of 33 cents, but that's just the after hours added on to what it closed at, up $1.84. It's down $2.17. Oxy was a miss on top line, miss on bottom line. The stock had closed down 2 cents at 58.96 and traded down to 57.77. Last 58.45, down less than 1%, or 53 cents. Um, there's an advantage to having somebody who wants to buy it every time it goes down and already has 20% of the outstanding. UNP, Union Pacific, this one's a beauty. As a matter of fact, this helped drive the transports to being the biggest gainer of the day, up 1.34%, just under up 200. Got rid of the CEO. Stock went up 10% on the day. Fisker, FSR, missed top, missed bottom. I want to remind everyone that this company has gone bankrupt not once, but twice. And the stock closed at $7.37, up $1.69, 30%. Now, it's true, the stock has come down kind of a long way. But when I look at these companies and I look at what they have to say, Fisker was basically 24 a year ago. It was, a year before that, it was 32. So now it's $7.35, up 30% on the day. They're talking about such grand plans, and yet they're not manufacturing the car, which is probably pretty decent. They expected to be able to do 42,100, and they expected to get approval through whatever series of whoever approves them actually does. And they've made 56 cars. So, and Tesla was up over $10 today, and that is basically on the fact that there's an investor day. I believe it's Wednesday. Okay, the chart on the screen is definitely turning into be my favorite again. Looks like the 5-day, the purple line is about to cross the 20. It looks pretty obvious. The high here before it broke down to that new low was 270. I said I really wanted to see it close above that. It managed to get up as high as 274, and the last is 273.10, and that was up 18 cents. So I don't expect it to be able to blast through here, but I think with a little less movement to the upside, maybe a little sideways movement in here or a pullback, could easily take it to 3 to 350. There's probably such a huge short interest in this. God only knows how far it will go. As far as the rest of the futures, gold was down 60 cents. Pardon me, gold was up 780, and silver was down 14 cents. The platinum was up 34. We bought that Impala, still down slightly, but looking okay. Oil down 64. Nat gas, as I said, up 18. Gasoline up 2/10 of a penny, and up 3.3 cents for heating oil. The soft cotton was down a little, coffee was down a little, sugar continues to move to the upside, lumber continues to move to the upside, although a $12 move doesn't look so great or look like much when you're talking about a stock that, a futures that was limit up 6 days in a row. The bonds were up roughly 5/16, so just a little over a quarter. The dollar was down 53 cents. Bitcoin and Ethereum both up. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning. We have tomorrow a bunch of housing information. FHFA price indicator and Case-Shiller. Those don't come out until after the market is open, I believe. Advanced international trade, advanced retail inventory, and wholesale inventory. Chicago PMI at 9 and consumer confidence at 10. I want to get a good look at that one. All right, folks.